So I'm here with Darryl Evans. Darryl, an emphatic 3-2 win against Guildford City. Talk me through your thoughts of today, the build-up, and how you guys are feeling.
I mean, obviously a non-league day, I'm really excited. Good to see over 500 through the door. Really good promotion by the club to get as many fans through. Good to see the kids. You know, we had the Pan Disability lot here as well today. So it's really inclusive day for Fleet Town as a club. And luckily we got the result. Didn't go the way we wanted it, as we would have planned it out from the start. But we've got to take the 3 points, move on and try and go again.
And it's been should we say, a busy week off the pitch this week for you guys and the management team and the background staff. So talk us through some of the new signings and what's been happening.
Yeah, we brought in five new players this week. Obviously starting with the keeper who played last week against Naphill, really solid at the back. You know, we brought Arj in from Tadley, Ahmed in. We've also brought in Bradley Pegg. We also brought in a few of the other lads who are really working hard in the background to try and get a start. But we have to try and go back to our principles. And yes, it's been really busy off the pitch, but what we can't do is throw them all into the fire pit straight away, because we don't want to deviate from our plan, which today you could see we were slightly disjointed, but that's not it. We've got to take the positive, which was a 3-2 win, which is quite exciting.
And it's interesting, obviously, hearing some of the fans. It probably wasn't the most beautiful game of football, should we say. We've kind of got a little bit spoilt over the last couple of months in terms of how we play football. It was a tough old game. Guildford really kind of pushed us today.
I think you have to give credit to Guildford. They came here to try and disrupt a little bit of momentum. They did that, and for me, they deserved the 3 points. We were lucky today. We were really lucky. And afterwards, even in our huddle, we had a little chat and we said, we'll take the 3 points. We'll take 3 points every day. But what we can't do is think that's the standard we want to set, because it wasn't. I think Guildford should be kicking themselves, not because of the result, that they didn't deserve that and we didn't deserve the 3 points. But in this league, we'll take them. So they do say that when momentum's on your side, and when you're doing the things right off the pitch and you're trying to do things on the pitch correctly with the right principles and setting it that way, I tell you what it does, it just drives those guys and they don't stop. And that was a good thing, and we can say we're going to look back to bringing Gaz in. You could see even today we were fitter than them and we pushed them that little bit more, which sort of took us over the edge and got us the results. It was a 93rd and 98th minute, 2 goals in the last sort of 5 minutes in added time, which got us 3 points, which has moved us up a place in the league. And the way the results gone today, we'll take that.
Okay, and I think you've just touched on it a bit there. Lots of activity this week down with our training partners, everyone active. Some very interesting footage and sessions that Gaz has been putting on for the boys. How's that been? He's been here a couple of weeks now, a few weeks. How's that being taken by the boys? Yeah,
no, I think they actually love it, right? It comes to the point where we're set up, it's standards. We set up, we turn up. Gaz has them, does the strength and conditioning side of it, takes them into a bit of mobility, flexibility work before we can go on the green stuff and start working on possession play and trying to ensure that we develop our style of play, but also making sure that we're ready. Yeah. And even from the new guys that have come in, they said, wow, it's a little bit different from what we've had previously, but they enjoy it. And do you know what it does? It sets that benchmark. As soon as they rock up on a Thursday or on a Tuesday, they know that they've got their jobs to do, and we can then be disciplined. As a group, we can then be disciplined to try and achieve our aim.
Yeah, okay. And so quite a hectic schedule. I think we've got maybe a week off now, or a week off. We've got Saturday, Collieswood away. Obviously, everyone's scrapping for points around us. Yeah, mathematically, we've been safe now for a week or so. What's the kind of expectations now towards the end of the season?
I think for us now is we've solidified where we are as a group. We've got some players, that we've brought in to try and push on, to try and set the bar for next year. I think for us is to finish well, to finish positive, but also to try and keep the morale, to keep the energy, to try and, revert back to that style of play that that we enjoy. Like today was ugly for us as a group. It was disjointed. It was very frustrating at times. We lost our discipline just through, a lack of decision making by certain, by the officials. But what we have to do? We have to reset, realign and re-engage. But what we said to do there, we got involved too much today and we let our standards drop. Yeah. And we can't allow that to happen. So to go back to your point, I think what we need is that momentum now for the next few weeks, few months, just to see us through to the end of the season, finish the season on a high and keep, the positivity going throughout the club, which is great.
And he would never forgive us. Feed the bone yet again, 2 goals.
That's what he does. It's horrible. Nobody knows what to do with him, and he's just there. And 1 minute you say he doesn't seem to be enjoying it. You can see he's got his head down, but he can just touch, flick a switch. He's going to get you the goal, and commend him from everything. He's had a tough few weeks. But what he's done is he's leaving the pitch with a smile on his face and nearly close to having a ball under his arm now in 2 weeks running. We've set him targets off the pitch. He set himself a little target as well, what he wants to try and get. Yeah. And I think we're going to get close to that. And maybe, he will finish, double figure. Obviously I know he's in double figures, but maybe he might get up to the 20 mark before the end of the year. So that's the target we've set him. So let's see if he gets there. And
no pressure, Mr. Bow. No pressure.
No pressure.
And obviously, something the fans always want to know. Player of the match today, Darryl?
Player of the match today. I think we had a few players who stood out. I'd like to commend Bradley Pegg on his debut. I thought he did really well at the back there. He was really solid. But for me today, Fareed at right back was just relentless.